Good morning. I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. So, I just made my morning smoothie that I have many mornings, and I like it because it gets in a good serving of vegetables and I guess vegetables, I don't know, and fruit all in one fell swoop. So I thought I'd share it with you. I kind of have shown you guys this before, I think, maybe, but I just thought I have everything out. I'll just show you what I put in my smoothie. So here's my wearing blender. It's from the, I don't know, I think it's actually from, the 40s or something. And I did crack the lip of it, but I sanded it all down. But I'm looking for a replacement for this. But this thing lasts forever and grinds everything up so well. So I really do love it and don't want to get rid of it. And then here is the finished product because I just made it. And I have it in this. This was a Rogue beer bottle that I cut the top off and sanded it so it can be a drinking glass. And it's delicious. Okay, so I start, and I'm not going to give you measurements because I'm not a person who measures, but I put in this kefir, and kefir is almost like a drinkable yogurt. It's a fermented, cultured, milk. So this one I get at Trader Joe's. It's just the only one they have there that's plain unsweetened. And this happens to be 1% milk fat. So I put this in. I probably put in, I make it for two of us usually. So I probably put in about, that much kefir. Maybe a cup. I don't know. And then I put in some of this, which is empty right now, but it's called the Power of 7 Purple. Aldi has a version of this too that I like. But what this one is, I use it mostly to give some sweet to the drink. This is pretty sweet. But it's pomegranate juice, tart cherry juice, which is supposed to be good for your joints, organic black mulberry juice, organic red grape juice, organic purple carrot juice, organic cranberry juice, and organic blueberry juice. So this is, has quite a bit of sugar in it, but I like it because it sweetens it up. Plus it's got, some like potassium and stuff like that. So anyway, so that goes in. So I put those two in, and then the next thing I put in is a lot of this organic shredded kale, which is also from Trader Joe's, but you could get it anywhere. And I put in, I'll put in the kefir and then a little bit, maybe a half cup of the Purple Power, and then I fill it with kale because the kale breaks down. So I'll fill the thing and kind of shove it in there and then turn it on and grind that up. And the kale just turns into like liquid. It's crazy. And it's an easy way to get a whole bunch of good greens in. I used to put spinach, but I'm trying to cut back a little on, what is it? Is it purines that are in spinach? I think so. So I use kale usually, but I've used other greens too. Kale I find has the least amount of taste. Spinach and kale both. You don't really taste it in there, Okay, so once I have that ground up to a liquid form. Oh, I guess the other thing I add, but it doesn't matter, whatever. I put in maybe a tablespoon of this organic flaxseed meal. Now, in a perfect world, I'd get whole flax seeds and grind them and then put them in because I think that makes it holds the vitamins better. But ain't nobody got time for that. So I just use this, and I put a scoop of flaxseed, and it's good because it has high in ALA, contains 3,500 milligrams of ALA per serving. And ALA is alpha lipoic acid. Yeah. Honestly, it's been so many years since I started eating this. I don't remember why. But it does have 4 grams of fiber per 2 tablespoons. So I put 1 probably tablespoon, so 2 grams. It's got a little fiber. Anyway, so I put that in. And then I usually add just a little bit of this organic matcha powder. And matcha is like a green tea powder. And I put this in just because I should drink green tea every day. But I don't. And because green tea is supposed to be good for your brain and whatever. So I got this at Costco, but they have it at a lot of different stores, this matcha powder. I think they have it at Trader Joe's too. So I just put a little bit because it does have a lot of flavor, I think. So I don't like to use too much, but I maybe put a teaspoon or so in there. And I don't know, it's supposed to be good for your brain or something. I don't remember. Yeah, put that in. Okay. And then I also add a lot of powders. About a teaspoon of this cocoa powder. I've used all different kinds. But this is organic fair trade. This is from Trader Joe's. I think I looked this one up, and it's a good one because some of them, they use like, what is it, alkalized cocoa powder, and that's not, as good for you. But this stuff's pretty good. It smells good. But it's totally unsweetened. So you don't want to put too much or it can be overwhelming. I maybe put a teaspoon of that. And recently, I have been adding a scoop of this because my son gave it to me for Christmas. And to add a bunch of protein. This is whey protein. It's a dairy protein. So I've been adding a scoop. I don't personally love the taste of this, like on its own, but mixed into here, it's nice. It just adds some sweetness, and I don't taste that like fake sugary taste very much. And it adds protein. You guys, and there's so many ingredients, it's crazy. It doesn't take me but 3 minutes to make this though. And then this is kind of weird, but I add a little tiny bit, like just a little, of this sea salt, because I feel like salt helps pull out the flavor a little bit. You don't really taste it, but I notice it when I don't put it in. I like it better with it. So I put not a lot, just a hint of the sea salt. Okay. So that's all been blended together, and now we have like a liquid that's all blended. And then I add maybe 3, depending on the size, whole frozen strawberries. Maybe 4. But I put them in to the blender like 2 at a time. Otherwise, with my blender, they get jammed up at the bottom and the blender doesn't want to run. So I put those in and grind them in. Grind. And these are from Target. They're their Good and Gather organic whole strawberries. And like these frozen berries, they aren't particularly cheap, but they last me a long time. And I like organic because with berries, it's like they have a thing called the Dirty Dozen. And berries are part of they get a lot of sprays put on them and stuff. So I try pretty hard to get the organic of these. And it's certainly cheaper than buying fresh organic, to get these frozen ones. So I had like 3 or 4 whole strawberries. And then I put in a pretty good amount. Basically, I kind of top it off with these triple berry blend. And this has organic blueberries, blackberries, and red raspberries. And these are really good for your brain. I'm trying to live forever and keep my brain healthy. So I put in these, and then I grind the heck out of them so that it turns into a really, pretty smooth liquid. And yeah, the only ingredients are blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. They have one at both Target and Costco that has the strawberries in the blend, but I found that it was too heavy on strawberries for me. And so I started buying them separately, and that way I can make sure I get, as much of these as I want and less strawberry. Sometimes I'll go to Trader Joe's and buy their wild blueberries. They have these little wild ones, and put those in. So that's it. So that's all the ingredients. And then I grind it until it's super smooth and drink it up. And then sometimes I'll eat it with like a Brazil nut because that can be maybe good for your thyroid, but you can't eat too many. Or some pumpkin seeds, sprouted pumpkin seeds, to get just a little fat with it to help it, what's the word I'm looking for? Your body absorbs it with fat. But really, this has fat in it, and the kefir has a little fat in it. So there's a little bit of fat in here. But yeah, I usually eat a few nuts with it, and that's breakfast. So, cheers. Bottoms up. And I tell you, I think it's delicious. You certainly don't taste the kale at all. And I've started adding that protein powder about 2 weeks ago. And it does make it taste extra sweet. It's like a milkshake almost. It kind of makes it fluffy. I don't know why I say fluffy, but I feel like it's fluffy. I don't know. Now, I've never sat down and added up the calories. I'm sure it's probably packed with calories because of, but it does not make me gain weight or anything, and it fills me up until, lunchtime or later. Because sometimes what I kind of do is have coffee in the morning, and then about 11 a.m. maybe, because I work from home, I'll make this smoothie and drink it with the nuts. And then sometimes I don't eat until I'll have a snack like at 3, and then dinner, and then something after dinner. But so this is it lasts me a good long time. All right, well, that's it. That's the recipe for my awesome healthy smoothie. Oh, shucks. I just dropped this thing. Sorry about that. Instead of these clips, I have started using rubber bands. I think it works so much better for bags. I use rubber bands on like all my bags. Anyway, all right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I gotta go because I gotta put the frozen berries back